What's up, everybody? It's Nate, and just recently Fatal Fury just came out. I guess like a month and some change. I've been playing the game. It's fun. I've been playing Billy. Wanted to put out a little bit of a guide on what I learned so far. I'm not the best player in the world, but I wanted to give what I know and share that knowledge to people who also want to learn Billy and are beginners at the game. Not necessarily like if you're a pro or like you know how to play fighting games, you won't need this guy. But if you're new to the game, some helpful tips like what I know can definitely help a new player who wants to learn this game. I like the combos. That's what I mainly search up when I first want to learn a character, especially if you're just like a casual player. You're not really like a pro or something, whatever, but you want to learn combos. You want to do something that's fun, right? So like your basic light combo would be your light kick, light punch into either the Rekka move, quarter circle back light kick, or the quarter circle forward light kick. Yep. For the heavies, you can do jump in, heavy punch into heavy kick, feint, and then you're gonna do your heavy punch into an EX move, like that. Then I EX into the kick, and you can do a lot with it. There's a lot of combinations that you can do. My basic one, that's one I do, but I don't think it's optimal. Like I don't know how optimal it is on your drive or your overheat meter, whatever, your rev gauge, or how much damage it does for how much rev gauge you're using. That's a combo that I know. It does 626 damage. I think it's pretty optimal. His jump in heavy punch, you know, can go into combos too. And his jump in kick, heavy kick, can go into combos as well. When it comes to Billy's light kicks, as far as I know, you can only use your light special moves to combo them. Like that. Like that. You can only do your light specials. I don't think you can't do the quarter circle forward light punch staff. You can do the Rekka. I don't know the name. And then you can do the quarter circle forward kick. So yeah, this is your main like light combo that I always do this one. Somebody drops a combo, they're negative, whatever. I blocked it. Now it's my turn. That's what I'm doing every single time. Or you can cancel it into a super. But another good option is his combination attack, or I think that's what they call it, or his command string or whatever. That does a lot more damage than the light combo, so it might be worth it to do this. But you got to be close. Like if you're far, you can't go into it. But you can't do it off of a light kick, so if you're blocking, someone's negative, light kick, you can do it. You can do it off of a light kick. Alright, this part of the video, we're going to talk about plus frames. So this is something that Billy has a lot of, and I think you'll need to learn if you want to get past like the lower ranks. I don't even know if this game still has lower ranks. I would say, like, I feel like everyone pretty is knowledgeable of their character, the people that I go against. But Yeah, so the plus frames, so like when he does this move, when he ends it on the second hit, he's plus, and I'm just messing it up. So yeah, there you go. Got the counter hit, so he's plus. So you can do stuff. You can do stuff with that. So like you can do. Yeah. See, if the opponent continued to block, so like if I turn that off, the opponent continues to block. They can't do anything after that. You know, so. You're plus. You're plus. If you do your heavy button into a feint, you're plus. So this kick right here into the feint, you're plus. So you can do a frame trap. So you can do the kick, feint, heavy, and then you get your combo. You know, if I turn it back on. There you go. You're gonna always hit them first. So, in my personal opinion, I never have the opportunity to set up this frame trap. I can only do it off of a jump in real game. You're plus off of a jump in too. But when they go to the ground, you can set up your meaty jump in, or you can set up to meaty that off of wake up. But it is dangerous if they DP or they do an invincible super. So, like I said, off wake up, when they're coming up off the ground, if you're hovering over them, you press the button at the correct time, and if they're pressing the button or they're not blocking, you're gonna hit them. And you can go straight into that combo. Or if they are blocking, you're plus if you feint. Okay. This move you're 0 on the way down. If they get hit by that, you're 0, so you can block. This move you're plus. You're always gonna be plus. So you're gonna want to utilize that a lot. So you could do. You could do. I don't know why I can't do it. I just can't do it. I just suck. And it builds a lot of heat. It builds a lot of heat if you do this. You know. Okay, another thing, we're talking movement and spacing with Billy. So Billy's staff thingy. If you get caught pressing this, you get punished, put in a combo. So you want to know your spacing, how far you need to be for them to get hit by it. So you don't want to just throw this out willy-nilly because you're negative by a lot. So another thing is movement wise, you gotta know how to short hop. It's a pretty effective tool. It's good for jumping over projectiles like right before they get to you. Also a way to start your heavy combo, especially off wake up. They're coming up off the ground, but I suck, so I can't do it. So the heavy kick going into your heavy combo, and on top of that, this as well. Heavy punch, short hop heavy punch, keeps them on the ground, keep them from jumping. And if they get hit by it, you can start your combo as well. You can do, or if you're like really far back, and you don't do a short hop, that also goes into a combo if it hits. What else? His kind of like his cancel dash. So you just hold rev and you go forward, but then you want to cancel it by going down. So it should look like this. And that's how you can get after you drop them, say like with a combo, you can get back to them really fast off wake up, so you can have the advantage, be able to meaty whatever. This is also good anti-air tool, pokes them out of the air. I do it a lot. This or this. I feel like Billy players struggle with keeping their opponent. You got to keep them at this distance, you know. You don't want them close. And then his anti-air would be like rev plus heavy and then down, or the I think it's the what move is this? Dodge attack. Yeah. So the dodge attack down is your anti-air. It's gonna catch your opponent jumping. Only at that distance. I swear I've tried doing it, but I always do it at the wrong time, and I never catch them, and they get a free combo or something. They're just too close, so you need to be blocking. If they're too close, you need to be blocking. You can't be trying to anti-air. Anti-air is like if they're jumping in from like this distance, you can catch them. But if they're too close, you're not gonna be able to hit them. You're gonna more or less want to focus on blocking, waiting for them to be negative, and going in with your light moves. Okay, so this is a visualization of what like an anti-air, what a successful anti-air would look like. So it's like that. And you can cancel it into specific moves. I think it's this one and this one you can cancel it into. So you can do you can do combos off of that. That's enough to do a combo, and that could really punish your opponent. So yeah, definitely look out, get good at doing this. As soon as you're at this distance, you're poking, looking for them to jump, you know. If they do jump, catch them, you get a free combo every single time. You get a free combo. Okay, wake up options. Another thing you should know, because it was pretty difficult for me, a new player playing Fatal Fury, coming from like Street Fighter, Tekken, whatever. When you wake up in Street Fighter, you can just spam, you know, you can just spam DP or EX your DP or whatever. It usually comes out. But this game, they have DPs too, but you're gonna have to time it perfectly. Time it pretty well, not perfectly, but time it pretty well so that it comes out. Billy, on the other hand, does not have a DP. So if somebody is like trying to do a meaty on you, do a jump in overhead, whatever, he doesn't have the option to DP it. But he can use his invincible level 2, which everyone has. I'm pretty sure everyone has like an invincible level 2.
Come on, man.
Okay, so there you go. That's what it's gonna look like if you do it perfectly. It should say invincible reversal. Another thing is your rev guard. It pushes the opponent back if they decide to try to mix. You just hold it. Oh, you gotta make sure you're blocking low if they're doing a low. There you go. Pushes your opponent back. That gives you enough space to do things like this or that, or you could do jump, try to catch him. So that gives you enough space if you do your rev. Okay, another thing is your roll. Know how to get it to roll. There you go. So yeah, forward heavy punch or forward light punch. Yep. But another thing is you're not guard invincible, so if you roll, they can grab you. Or not. You're not grab invincible, but when you're getting up off the ground, your opponent can't grab you immediately. There's like a little bit of a safe invincibility for your for them from grabbing. They'd have to do a delayed grab, which you can jump or you can punch them, press, you know, to evade them grabbing you. Okay, one thing I also want to talk about, which I got this idea from another YouTuber, and it is true. As Billy, you're gonna struggle a lot against projectiles. because he doesn't have a projectile himself. So he does have a way to counter projectiles like this move, but I think it's only effective if you have the life lead. If you have the life lead and you want your opponent to step in a little more so you can possibly catch them, or catch them with something like that, I would definitely use this, because I've done it before. I've had the life lead, somebody spamming fireballs, they have to come to me, so I'm just gonna sit here and hold it. You can hold it indefinitely and it's gonna counter all fireballs until they get close, which they can use their own special moves to counter this, so you don't want to let them get too close. But as far as fireballs, you want to just defend them, just defend the fireballs to get your health back, and just closing the gap every now and then. Like I said, with Billy, you have the option of countering his dash in, so you don't want to get caught dashing in, but if you can throw in a couple of quick dashes in to get close, then as long as you get to this distance, you're deadly. As soon as you get to this distance, Billy is pretty deadly, so you don't need to get too close. You just need to get to like about right here. The player doesn't know Billy's distance, and you can even in between the gaps of his fireball. It's risky, but throw in a pull. Throw in a pull. But fireballs. You gotta watch out for that. Like Marco players, they'll throw in a kick at the end. Like you gotta be careful. But at this distance, I can catch him. But you got to be careful of that. That is what most Marco players' game plan is. What it's gonna look like. I guess new Marco players, like beginner to Marco players, but some pro Marco players do the same thing. But when you get to higher ranks, they're probably gonna try to walk you down, use plus frames, use whatever plus frames he's got, all that stuff. But yeah, that's how you handle. That's how you handle the projectile spam. So that was my Billy Kane guide, and Billy Kane. I think it's Billy Kane or Billy Kane. I don't care. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully the guide was somewhat helpful. I'm definitely going to include links to other YouTubers as well who helped me with combos and plus frames and how to play the character effectively. And hopefully that these resources can help you too if you're learning. You're new to playing Fatal Fury and you want to learn how to play the game for Billy. But other than that, yeah, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed.